Good morning, sunshine. I mean me. So I'm an early bird and very happy to be with you this morning. The sun hasn't risen yet, but we're here celebrating Sunday, the day of action. Let me add this to the stage. This is a global event. I guess there's almost 500 events happening today. This is an easy one to join because I want to show you a way to do a very powerful form of subtle activism. And I love Mother Earth. I love this planet. I care a lot about the environment, and I want to use this form of activism to help create a better world for all of us. Clean air, clean water, a beautiful relationship with nature. So if you're watching this, chances are you know about Sunday, and it says celebrating the power of clean energy, standing up to the people who want to stop it, and we want to focus on what works and why we need more of it. Everyone attending Sunday must agree to commit to positive, nonviolent action in support of climate action and clean energy. And that really caught my attention, the part that says positive, nonviolent action to support something we all care deeply about. Because I have been using a form of subtle activism for years now, and I know it's very powerful. And I want to share it with you because it's just an amazing way to move through the world and to create change where we want it without even leaving your house. This is a very fun way to introduce change into the world. Everything in this world starts with an idea, does it not? And we can use not only the power of our thoughts and desires, but also a little bit of science. So this form of meditation is called intention meditation. It's very easy to do. It's very simple. And it comes from a book called The Power of Eight, harnessing the miraculous energies of a small group to heal others, your life, and the world. And I read this book, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, was immediately taken with the idea of it. There's a tremendous amount of science behind it, and it's a little magical, so it's definitely right up my alley. And one of the things I love about doing this style of meditation is that you do not need to sit down for an hour and get into the right mental space because we're doing it together. And whether you're watching this live with me today and connecting with me live, or if you're watching this later, you can still join the energy of the intention thanks to the quantum field. And this book was written by a science journalist, and I highly recommend the book. And I suggest you read it and take a look at all the information that's out there and decide for yourself if you want to try it. And it's definitely an experiment every single time. But after doing this for 6 years, I know that you can achieve outstanding results. So who am I to talk to you about this? Well, I'm an energy medicine practitioner. I'm a certified sound healer. I took the Intention Masterclass for Power of Eight with the author of that book. I'm a very experienced facilitator, and I've led over 1,000 meditations at this point, and many of them have had a special focus on nature. And there's a history of some of the intention meditations that I've led on things like the salmon in the Pacific Northwest. I've been really, really concerned about what's happening to the orca whales up there. And I have been meditating on boosting the salmon population up there for the last 5 years, with a special emphasis on incorporating indigenous knowledge, because the knowledge in the Pacific Northwest of the indigenous people, they have a deep, millennial deep relationship with those fish, and they know what they need. They've been observing them for countless years, And I'm really, really happy to say that we are seeing some wonderful changes around that. And not only have dams been removed, but states are collaborating with Indigenous people on supporting the salmon. I've also had seen some incredible results with people finding the right doctor and getting healed, finding the right job and getting the house that they want, going on a trip and having a magical connection with someone. There's so many ways to use this type of meditation. And as I said, you don't have to just take my word for it. You can practice this easily yourself and see if it works for you. I know it will, so I don't have any concerns about that. So today what I want to talk to you about is a specific intention that we're going to do together, and it's based on this number right here. I don't know a lot about the American Clean Power Association. They have a lot of people who work for them. Their staff look like America. A lot of very interesting people on it. And they have been tracking our progress with clean power for years now. And chances are they're going to put out reports like this one. This was from 2024. They'll be putting out this type of report in the future, which make them a good target for intention meditation because we will have some data to compare in the future. And even though I love this sort of magical aspect of this type of meditation and subtle advocacy, I also want results, and I want to know how to measure the results. So fortunately, we're going to have some data to look at in future, and that means that we can do an intention and have some way to figure out if it worked. Now, you have to be a little bit patient, of course, because what we're going to intend for is a result a year from now when we get back together to celebrate Sunday 2026. I'd like to look back and say, okay, what happened? Let's watch what happened. And I'm going to upload a couple more slides here. We go. Okay, so this is a report you can look up on the internet, and you can track what happens after we do our intention. So how this intention meditation style works, it's very, very easy. We're going to create a specific intention. It has sort of a specialized format, and as I said, we're going to have some external observable data to monitor. And we're going to, now that we have a specific intention, which I'll share with you shortly, we're going to use a breathing technique to bring our brains and our hearts into coherence and connect heart to heart through the quantum field. And again, this time and space is not an issue with this style of meditation. You can be watching this 12 hours from now, 12 days from now, 12 months from now, and you can still connect with the energy. So I will read the intention and then instruct you to picture yourself dropping the intention, the information that we're looking at, from your head into your heart, and imagine it spiraling out of your heart into the quantum field. See, little magic, little science. And then in your mind, you're going to follow that energy, and you will be receiving impressions, insights. You might get pictures, you might get a physical sensation, you might get a song or a movie clip, and that is all information that you are receiving from the quantum field in response to the intention you just sent out there. Because we now, thanks to quantum physicists, we understand that the energy is responsive. So you're going to pay attention to your thoughts, and it doesn't matter whether you think it makes sense or not. You just pay attention to what's happening. And then after a few minutes, we'll be meditating with music together. And when that ends, I'll instruct you to release the intention with love, because you don't have to carry this with you. You just send it out. It's like placing an order with the universal factory of results. And then our job is to watch what happens. It's a really fun process. And I have, as I said, 6 years of watching results for all kinds of intentions. So let's move on to the next part. And this is where we breathe together. This is part of the magic of the power of 8. When people meditate together in groups, it amplifies the energy of the intention. That isn't to say you can't use this technique individually for yourself. I use it all the time. I use it for simple things like I would like to arrive on time, easily find a parking space, and walk into my appointment without any stress. Or I need to climb a ladder, and I'm scared of heights, so I need to confidently and safely climb a ladder and get back to the ground safely. So I use this all the time for myself, but I also am more than happy to tackle huge topics that are planet-wide, like clean energy, okay? So the physical aspect of this is really simple. You just put your hand over your heart, and this is to remind you that you're going to breathe and move energy through your heart. And this is from the Heart Math Institute's Quick Coherence breathing style. And there's a lot of science between using this breathing style to bring your brain and your heart into coherence. It's very healthful. It's really, really good for the body. It's really, really good for your brain. And it's a really easy way to imagine connecting with me, with everybody who's going to do this meditation over time, no matter how many people that is. We will be able to connect to the energy of this moment. Okay, so let's just take about 60 seconds to breathe in, imagining yourself breathing through your heart, and then breathing out, very relaxed, no pressure, breathing in and out. You're going to breathe in, let's say, for a count of 4, 5, 6, and then a slightly longer exhale, 5, 6, 7. Breathing in, 4, 5, 6, out, 5, 6, 7. And as you do this, continue breathing this way for the minute. You're going to notice your shoulders dropping. You might notice a little adjustment in your brain, a little change of energy where you are calmer and more relaxed. Breathing in and out, knowing that your brain and heart are coming into coherence. In and out. And now you can imagine connecting with me heart to heart. It's safe to do that in this space. Breathing in and out, staying relaxed as we move to the next slide. And we are now connected. Here's the intention that I wrote for us for today. I'll read it to you now, and then we will send it out into the universe and meditate together. While remaining healthy and well in every way, we now intend to energize America's desire for clean energy so that we immediately and permanently work together to increase our national capacity by at least 20% over 2025's capacity by Sunday, 2026. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of observable data. There's a lot, it's could be considered a big ask, but we don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. We are just going to put energy behind the driving force, which is America's desire for clean energy. Okay? So I'm just getting my music ready. So I'll read this intention again, and you'll picture it dropping from your brain into your heart, which are in coherence, and then you're going to picture it spiraling out of your heart into the quantum field and following that energy. If you lose focus, it's totally fine. Just reread the slide and just grab any sense of information in there that appeals to you and continue following the energy. While remaining healthy and well in every way, we now intend to energize America's desire for clean energy so that we immediately and permanently work together to increase our national capacity by at least 20% over 2025's capacity by Sunday, 2026. So, allow this intention to drop into your heart chakra. Send it spiraling out into the quantum field. Close your eyes and follow the energy for the next 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Trust this intention for all of us and release it with love. Okay, so I want to ask what you experienced, and if you'd like to put it in the comments, I'd love to hear what you saw or felt. So what we've done so far is we created a specific intention with some data points in it, things that we can measure. And it also included sort of a safety statement, which we're going to stay healthy and well in every way as this progresses. And we use the quick coherence breath to connect heart to heart. And at the end of my presentation today, we're going to disconnect, disentangle, do a little excellent personal energy hygiene to do that. I read the intention, and you had it on the screen to refer to, and we sent it out into the quantum field, whatever that means to you. And then we follow the energy to gather impressions and insights. And then finally, we released it. And with love, and that means that you do not have to carry it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to repeat it 100 times a day, because we are sending that energy. It's propelled out into the quantum field where it's going to do its own thing. And then it's our job to just watch what happens, okay? And I'll just share my impressions, what I saw during that. And remember, I'm a very experienced practitioner of the style of meditation, and I also have a lot of training in intuition, including remote viewing and mediumship and all kinds of intuitive styles of work. So what I immediately felt was that I was on a very wide and beautiful pathway that was very sunny, very well lit, and there was a lot of energy, right? And over to the right, there was sort of a group of people who were walking backwards, and they weren't very well lit. There was not a lot of energy there, but they were very loud and distracting. And I mean, that, how on the nose could it be? There are some really dumb things happening on the policy level when it comes to clean energy, but we don't have to worry about that, because that energy feels very thin, very human, very limited, right? But the pathway that we're on towards clean energy is big and bright. It's rapidly moving forward. I mean, I just wouldn't bet against Americans' interest in something that's cheap and clean, right? So I have a lot of confidence that cleaner, cheaper energy is going to win out, okay? And then I had this beautiful sensation of the earth rotating beneath the sun. And that felt to me like, I mean, this might sound a little magical thinking, and sure, it felt to me like the sun approved of this intention and our desire to move forward with solar power. And that just felt wonderful. I have a lot of history of meditating with the sun or thinking about the sun using this intention meditation technique. And it's really, really fun. And so now our job, now that we've released this, is just to watch what happens. Okay, so what I would do for that is, and you know, take in mind that this is going to unfold over the next year, but I would set a Google alert for the American Clean Power Association for their report that they put out every year. I don't know when it comes out. I imagine in the first quarter of the year, after they've had time to assess everything. And you might also want to set Google alerts for anything that attracts your interest about this intention. Let me add some new slides. There we go. And you can experiment with this subtle activism with other activities, right? Things that you care about. And yeah, so I will be here a year from now. If there's a Sunday 2026, chances are there will be, because Bill McKibben knows what he's doing. And I'm looking forward to having another opportunity to meditate, to support clean energy. So I'll be here a year from now. So let's put it on our calendars. And in the meantime, if you want to explore this a little bit more, certainly read the book, Power of Eight. There's a lot of groups out there that get together on Zoom, and I ran a Zoom group for over 5 years. And then I decided that I wanted to bring this technique out to many more people. So I now do this on my channel every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, and we do intention meditations for individuals. We do it for world issues, and I often have a series, right? Like next week, our theme is wonder and delight. So we're going to meditate for some folks who are going on a trip to Italy, and then for us to find wonder and delight, and very helpful right now in what seems like sort of a dark time. And it's obviously on this channel. And you can also send me your personal requests, and our group will meditate for you. And if you have a particular thing that you're trying to accomplish, like, I don't know, maybe you have a book that you're getting ready to publish and you want us to help boost the work that your editor does, or the cover artist, or the sales the first week. There's a lot of specific personal intentions that would be really fun for our group to try. So you are invited to join us for that. Okay, and then I did promise that we would do a little energy hygiene. And this is important. I know from my intuitive work as an energy medicine practitioner, I am always very careful with my energy. And we call this our disentangle time, right? So in the beginning, we connected heart to heart to be able to send out the intention together. And now we're going to do what the physicists recommend, and that is to disentangle our energy, okay? So in this moment, we're going to go back into that Heart Math Institute breathing method. Dropping your shoulders, staying relaxed, knowing that you don't have to do anything else in this moment, but care for your physical energy, your emotional energy, your mental energy. So breathing in for a relaxed count of 4, 5, 6, and out for 5, 6, 7. In, slightly longer exhale, feeling that relaxation in your shoulder, the calm in your brain and heart. And in this moment, we're going to withdraw our energy from the group. We're going to take back all of our energy, and we're going to release anyone else's energy back to them. And that's important because people will be joining this meditation over time. And no matter when they join the group energy, we are all going to remove our energy from the group after the intention is successfully propelled out into the quantum field. And then each of us as individuals are going to take anything that we found inspiring or helpful or interesting. We're going to take any of that good stuff with us, but we're going to leave behind everything else, even concern over the results. Okay? We've placed our order, and now we just have to watch what happens. And we are now disentangled. And thank you so much for contributing to this important work. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday and that you join some of the other events that are happening. There's a lot of local events, so definitely check the Sunday website and see what's happening. And if you'd like to join me on Wednesday night, I'll be here doing other intention meditations. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And we were meditating when the sun rose here in Arizona. Really beautiful. Thanks, everyone.